Hello everybody, I am David Weinstock, the CEO and founder of the Weinstock Academy, the e-commerce training platform. And in this video guys, I want to share with you the 7 things which I think are crucial to know and to handle before you start selling on Amazon FBA. You need to know guys, I'm actually a guy who doesn't like to over-plan things and to be on like having a million plans before you do things. I enjoy really doing things and not caring too much about plans. But I think that these 7 things are actually crucial before you sell on Amazon, and you definitely should make sure that you are aware of them. So number 1 is be very clear about what you want to do on Amazon. Do you want, for example, to sell books? Like, for example, you have some old books, or you want to go to thrift stores and pick up some old books and buy them for $1, $2 and resell them for $50, $100 and do this maybe 3 or 4 times a month. So is this what you are going to plan? Then, for example, you don't need to register a business for what you are doing. However, if you are planning to do something that brings you real income every month, like $500 plus, I would say, that really contributes to your personal income, then you have a real business and you should register a business and make sure that you comply with all the laws in this regard. So be clear about what you want to do on Amazon, number 1. Number 2, know how Amazon works. So what I see a lot of times with beginners, and it's totally normal, I also did it myself. When you list your first product on Amazon, you think you will just have to list it and then you will rank somewhere for this product, and if the customer looks for your product, so for example you want to sell sleeping masks and you think that a customer looks for sleeping masks, he will find your product. But no guys, no. This is not how it works. It works like this. If you list a new product on Amazon, you are on page 176 or 1489 and nobody will find you. This is just how Amazon works. So Amazon is mostly sales dependent. That means that only the products that sell the best will actually rank on the first page and will be found by other customers. And you really need to understand how you can get your product from page 177 to page 1 and actually make sales for your product. So you need to be clear about that. And going hand in hand with this is step number 3. You need to have a clear plan. So it doesn't need to be covered in every detail, but you at least should know when do you want to import your product. So when is the time that you have your product at your place? When is the time that your product is at Amazon's warehouse? When is the time that you want to have your first 10, 50, 100 reviews for your product, whatever? When is the right time to make the launch process and really start to kickstarting your sales? How do you want to do it? So you need to have a clear plan how you want to launch your product and in which time frame, because otherwise you will be really just going on Amazon and doing a lot of random stuff and it won't really work, right? Your product will be on Amazon but it won't sell well because it's then on page 100 something, and you will not have the success that you would like to have. So have a clear plan of action for your Amazon business. Number 4. Play by the rules and read very carefully through Amazon's terms of services. So what does that mean? Amazon, also in comparison to eBay and other platforms, is really strict with their policies. So if you violate some of Amazon's rules for one reason or another, Amazon will shut down your account, especially if you're new to Amazon, guys. I see it so often, believe me, with new sellers on Amazon. They are shut down because they just didn't know about some of Amazon's policies. Like, for example, they didn't handle the customer emails well. So for example, Amazon gives you a goal. You need to answer all customer emails within 24 hours. If you answer 10% or more of the emails from your customers in a bigger time period, like you need 2 days to answer them, then you are not fulfilling Amazon's criteria and Amazon can ban your account. And it always happens, guys. And there are many other criteria that you need to make sure that you are sticking to Amazon's terms of services. And I cannot recommend to you enough to read very carefully through all of these different policies. So the next thing, plan your cash flow. Many people think, oh, I have $1,000, I will now buy for $1,000, now let's say sleeping masks, 2,000 units, ship them to Amazon and everything is fine. They forget that you need also for other things money. So for example, if you take all your money and you buy the sleeping masks, you have no money left to pay for example for your monthly business fees. Like Amazon charges you every month a certain fee, you have banking fees, you maybe also have to live somehow from the money. And if you think you are just buying the products and list them and you are selling them and then you get the money and you can live from that money, be very careful about this, because it usually takes time. It takes weeks until Amazon will then transfer you the money. So you made the sales, let's say you sold 100 units worth $10 each, and Amazon roughly needs to give you $1,000. It isn't like you sold it and they will just give you the money. No, especially in the beginning, it's at least 2 weeks you have to wait until Amazon transfers the money to you. And this can bring many people in trouble with their cash flow, and you need to make sure that you are planning your cash flow. So how much do you have for buying the product, how much you need to have on hand for things like your monthly fees, also for some exceptional fees. There can always be something, and you need to make sure that you have a good cash flow plan. And the last big thing, guys, that you should know before you start selling on Amazon: you need to be patient, right? Maybe you think that it takes 1 or 2 weeks and your product is launched and you will have tons of sales. From my experience and what I see with many other people who are starting selling on Amazon, it's not like you are just starting and your sales will explode in the first month. No, maybe it takes like 6 weeks. Sometimes it also takes 12 weeks. It can also be that your first product is a slow burn success, like it is not selling that well in the first few weeks. You're maybe having only 2 or 3 sales a day, even though you did a lot of different marketing activities. Sometimes it just needs time until your product really ranks for certain keywords and gets to the top of page 1, and you need to be patient. It can take months until you actually start seeing success on Amazon. Also, with your first product, you might be not that successful, right? It happens with me, with my iPhone cases that I tried to sell on Amazon. And would I have then give up, be not patient enough, think, okay, I tried it and I failed. And would I then have given up? Then I would never have the business I have right now, where I have more than 400,000 US dollars in sale every single month. And you need to know, guys, you need to be patient with your Amazon business. It doesn't happen overnight. So these were the 7 things that you should know before you start selling on Amazon. I really think they are crucial and are very important for your long-term success on Amazon. I hope you liked the video and you could learn something here. If you want to see more of my content, then please give a thumb up, subscribe to my channel, and hopefully we will see each other in the next video. Then see you then. Bye bye, your David.